film was so powerful. When Mike was telling me about it, I'm like, oh my God, I want to see it. And I watched it more than once. But what drew you to it?
Well, that. Exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah, Elizabeth is a friend, and she told me she was doing this film about this topic, and I just was like, yes, 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 all the yes. I need to be involved with this. I want to be involved with this. I think more people should be talking about this. The stats are horrifically high. It's absolutely terrifying. I didn't know, though, that social media was such a main avenue for luring kids. Like, you always think of like the age-old, like the guy pulls up in the car. Like, I guess, well, dating myself. That's like
no, but growing up, that's like what we were taught. Like, if there's a weirdo in the car driving the neighborhood, get away.
Get away from him. But like the whole social media thing just opens it up to like so much craziness. So I thought that angle was amazing and terrifying, and I just love that they focused on the events leading up to it. I've seen a lot of films about what happens after, and yes, it's so important to understand that horrific process. But just like, I thought it was really interesting, the part that she chose to tell.
Girls, boys, they need to know this. They need to know that it's a very real thing.
They need to know. Also, I thought it was interesting that, my character playing Jenny's mom, I'm not the best mother in the world, like I'm really not. I'm really not like the model mother, and Louise, Yolanda Wood's character is, and it's like there's no rhyme or reason to who it happens to or how it happens, and you have to be alert no matter how great of a parent you are or how shitty of a parent you are. Like,
no, because it is just like there is no rhyme or reason. And I was telling Yolanda, like Carly in the film, her character. She's not a bad kid. She's a normal kid.
She's not a bad kid. It's not like she's like rebellious and acting out and just like trying to run away from home, which I'm sure like that is a story that happens. It's just she was trying to do a good thing and her heart was in the right place. And when you're that young and you don't know what the world is about. So all of these reasons are the reasons I wanted to do this, because I just wanted to be involved in this project.
I have to say, though, it's such a powerful film. There's one humorous line in it, and you have it when she's Jenny, and it is telling you about somebody broke up, and you're like, why do I care? I love that, because it's so true.
That line was not in the script.
Are you serious? I love that, because I'm like, that's such a real moment.
I didn't personally write it. Elizabeth was like on set, and she was like, you know what? She's going to tell you something about whatever's going on with her, and you're going to be like, and I should care because...
I love that.
Like, I don't care about your teenage world, whatever. And how powerful, like, that line is so, like, just oblivious and so indifferent. And then the very next moment, you find out what's happened to her friend, and it's like, goes from complete indifference to, like, oh my God, like, everyone's world just changed. Yeah, so.
Yes, nothing I don't think anybody ever expect. You can't expect.
Yeah. But yeah, just one final nail in the crappy mom coffin.
Way to go. Way to be a mom.
Right before she, like, it's, I think that was interesting, though.
Very interesting, and it definitely stood out. But, I mean, I hope that they show this in schools, honestly, because I think it's something...
Well, it's educational, and I think that is the idea. I think Elizabeth is going to be taking it to schools because I think kids should just be aware. I don't have kids. Maybe my friends who have kids are aware of this, but I just thought, like, this is how they get you? Like, the modeling thing? Like, that...
I was asking Rebecca about, because she has a background in modeling.
Of course.
What do you look out? Because
yeah, and her character is so kind.
I know.
And so sweet, and so, like, you're going to be amazing, and I trust her.
As soon as that guy walks in, you're like, crap.
Yeah, the guy. You're like, that guy, yeah, exactly.
And I love that it ended with the statistic, like, during this film, this amount of people have
during this exact amount of time that you've been watching this film, this many people have been taken. Like, it's absolutely sobering and staggering and true. It's absolutely crazy.
It's here. It's not overseas.
It's right here. When I told someone I was making this film right after we shot, I didn't know this. I learned that Disneyland is one of the number one places that they grab.
Serious?
And there's like this whole underground network of tunnels. It's for the employees. But like, I heard that it's one of the primary places, and they have this whole system in place to kind of funnel them out before anyone even knows what's happening. So I know, it's such an uplifting interview, but
things like people should be aware about, because otherwise you don't know. And
I have I was working on a feature film about human trafficking as a producer, and we were interviewing a director, and she told me about that. And I was like, and she's like, I've researched this, and she's like, Disneyland is one of the #1 places they grab kids from, and I'm like, that is like, how disgusting is that? I was blown away. I was like, no way.
Like Chuck E. Cheese is a little sketchy sometimes, like that would.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the infrastructure.
No, that Disneyland, you think Disneyland's like a fortress.
No, you think it's a fortress, and it is a fortress, but when you can kind of, anyway, it's definitely something to be aware of.
But like this film kind of gives way to those conversations and makes people aware. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, as it says on the invitation, and Elizabeth always talks about, like, talk to your kids, be aware of what they're doing on social media, who they're talking to on social media. I mean, there's a lot of like phishing going on. There's a lot of like, chat rooms like that. I remember when I was like in high school and that was just sort of becoming a thing.
Me too.
My mother was all over it. Like,
it was just the beginning. It was like there's like bulletin boards. So
yeah, it was like the Wild West of chat rooms.
It
But now it's like so sophisticated. So yeah, I think this film and all the films I've seen about this topic really do a good job of like showcasing the modern day dangers of social media. So I really hope everyone gets to see this film, especially parents, especially teenagers, because hopefully it could help somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hilary. I'm so excited.